I'm gonna do a deep dive into Taylor's new album, but before I do that, I wanna respond to comments like these, which I see often and have a valid point, and that is, why can't we just listen to the music? Why do we have to figure out who these songs are about? The short answer is yes, you can absolutely just listen to the music and leave it at that. The longer answer is that we talk about Taylor's personal life because most of her music is autobiographical. When the art is an autobiographical expression of the artist's personal life becomes an essential part of understanding their art and connecting to it. For example, the song Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton, the one that goes, "Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven?" If you listen to it and you know nothing about him, you probably think, that's a beautiful song, it's kind of sad. But if I tell you Eric Clapton wrote that song about his 4-year-old son who died from accidentally falling from a window, and this song is his way of grieving, then this song becomes devastatingly heartbreaking. As the audience, we're able to have a stronger emotional connection to the song because we can now understand it within a deeper context. We see this symbiotic relationship between art and an artist's personal life all the time. In visual arts, Frida Kahlo has this famous painting called The Two Fridas. As a viewer, if you know nothing about Frida Kahlo, you may see this painting and go, okay, it's kind of cool, kind of graphic, and a little weird. But if we talk about how Frida was married to Diego Rivera, who was another famous artist, and what a dominant figure he was in her life and her career, and how after 10 years of marriage, he had an affair with her sister, and this was the first painting she did after the divorce, all this information now gives this painting more context. We can now connect more strongly to her emotions behind it and understand and appreciate the details in this painting, such as the literal broken heart that's bleeding out. When the art is a personal expression, knowing the artist's stories, experiences, and feelings behind the art gives us more context for understanding. And for the artist, it's a necessary part for creating emotional connection and impact with the audience. With Taylor Swift, the tricky thing is that she's not only an artist, but she's also a celebrity. So this adds a whole other level of public interest and intrigue. So we see this tension in her relationship with the public, where on one hand she values the connection she has with her fans, she lets them in, she encourages their engagement by giving them clues and Easter eggs that fuel discussion and speculation, and yet, on the other hand, she suffers at the fine line where engagement crosses over to sensationalism and exploitation. So I think the question is not if we should talk about Taylor's personal life, but rather how do we talk about her personal life in relation to her art in a way that is still respectful. So anyway, follow me if you want to be here for the deep dive.